friends, welcome back to Let's Play of Final Fantasy V. When we last left off, Mid had just returned from the ancient library, and he started talking with his grandfather, Sid, and kind of got Sid out of his depression. And they said they're going to work on the fire ship to try to get it operable, to be able to move without using the fire crystal or the wind. So they're going to make some improvements on it, and while they're making improvements on it, we're going to get some plot dump on us. Here. Galuf, what's wrong? What's he doing? Yes, you do look even stranger than usual. Galuf, are you alright? My head. It was like I could almost remember. Something must have happened to him. Grandpa! This is the scene where Mid came back. Must have triggered something in Galuf's memory. Grandpa! Hey, he's a grandpa too. Hey, it's that little girl who Siren showed him back in the ship graveyard. Must be his granddaughter. And she's even a little blonde-haired kid like how Mid is for Sid. But Galuf and Krill don't rhyme like Mid and Sid. Ow, hey, knock it off. They even do the same mannerisms. They I guess, hit their grandpa. Silly old fool. I would not recommend hitting your grandpa, minions. Nope, that's not very nice. There's better ways to communicate. In fact, you shouldn't hit anybody at all. Galuf, what happened? Do you remember something? Yes, he does. But what does he remember? Dun dun dun! I'm not from this world! He's an alien! Like Larry! I warped here through a meteorite from another world. Oh, okay, he's not an alien, he's from a parallel dimension. Because the evil we had sealed 30 years ago was beginning to reawaken, so I came to stop it. Evil is reawakening? That's right. Big bad evil too. The Dark Warlock. X-Death. That's a mean sounding name. Hey, there's a werewolf there. No doubt about it. The power of the 4 crystals is gathered here. We'll use their power to seal X-Death. But now the crystals are breaking. And hey, there's that little area by Tool. Yeah, every time a crystal shatters, one of those big rocks disappear. We'll see that a little bit later. I'll point it out again. To seal him, I came here once before, 30 years ago. How come you're not stronger then? So if all 4 crystals are destroyed, then X-Death's seal will be broken as well? And you shield X-Death. But, you were like level 1 or 2. I guess you lost all your skills. Should have been training. Galuf, still can't remember clearly. Ugh, we can't allow X-Death to be reborn. Now it's a big dump of info there. Galuf! Okay. So now it's more than just about saving our world. It's preventing an evil from, I guess, that threatens both Galuf's world and our world. And here's Sid and Mid are passed out. Gotta talk to Sid first to get the sequence to start. Slept like a top. That don't make any sense. Tops don't sleep, they spin. Unless you're Top Man, like from Mega Man 3, but even if you were Top Man, he's a robot. You don't need to sleep. He's a robot. He's a machine. Probably just needs to plug himself in somewhere. Or maybe solar powered. I don't know. I don't think they tell you what powers the robots until Mega Man 6, but... It's finished! We are so awesome! Presenting a boat that can sail without the wind. So we can use this ship to go find the crystal. Righto! We're counting on you. We'll return to the Library of the Ancients for now. And, the Library of Ancients? That's where we should go then to see what they, if they uncover anything. You can tell that Sid and Mid can walk pretty fast, because, spoiler, they're going to beat us to the Ancient Library, even though we're, like, sailing. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Maybe they have travel juice, or a travel tube, like Bean, Augie, and Cosmo did. If you need anything, just stop by. Take care of yourselves. We will. Now we're going to be able to sail this ship. Full speed ahead, Captain. We're off. And now we're going to, just like with the ship with, pulled by Stilger, the pirate ship, we just control it just like as if we were walking on the overworld. And then we're going to run into some new monsters, the Sahagins. They are weak to lightning. So most sea creatures are weak to lightning. That's why I have lightning rods on Galif and Ferris, the black mages. So, yay! We want to hold on to our Chimera that was that Whiskers has captured, because its Aqua Breath spell will come in handy for dealing with a boss a little bit later. Here we're going to head right to the Ancient Library, and we'll notice that Sid and Mid have beat us here. There they are, right down there on the lower right. When Professor Sid and Mid put their heads together, there's no problem they can't solve. Professor Sid has returned. This book says something about a crescent-shaped island. Sounds a little fishy. I'm assisting Professor Sid. Mid asked me to find information on a crescent-shaped island. I've been tearing through these books, but can't find a thing about the Earth Crystal. Not a darn thing. Can't find a thing. Not a darn thing. Hey, I heard myself the first time. He likes to repeat his grandpa. Yeah, the other skulls in the other rooms, they don't have anything new to say. So if you did have a bunch of trouble, you could go up and hit the healing pot, but we didn't have any trouble, so easy living. Let's get back to our ship and run into some silent bees there. So let's hop on our boat. And we're going to head south down to Jachol. We were told about that. If you look on the far right of the map, southeast corner, you can see the crescent-shaped island, but we're not going to go there first. We were told about there's a town down here. To the south, so let's go ahead there. But first we're going to head into this cave here. Now we're going to run into these new enemies, the Bio Soldiers. They can cast Bio, like their name kind of suggests. But they can actually drop some pretty, good stuff there. Well, not drop, but you can steal good stuff if you have a thief. The Battle Axe and the Warhammer, both good weapons for the Berserker, and they sell for a lot of money. We're going to be a little tight for money here because we've been buying a whole lot of rods. We're going to have to sell a few things, a little bit of stuff to make ends meet, because there's a few things we want to buy down in Jachol a little bit later. But first we're going to go through this tunnel here, the Jachol Cave. Its gimmick is you got to push these little switches to move things around. High encounter rate here, but luckily there's monsters are pretty weak. They're all those little nutkin, those little squirrels that we met way back at the beginning of the game at the Wind Shrine, outside the Wind Shrine. So yeah, there's only one tough monster, and we'll point him out a little bit later. There you have to, there's a whole bunch of switches. You have to wait for the right switch to appear, and then switch it, so. And then you have to touch this treasure chest, and that opens up this door to the second part of this dungeon. Like I said, high encounter rate in here, but it's all pretty much weak at those little nutkin enemies. There is one tough enemy though, And this one's the Skull Eater. As you can see, he can pretty much one-shot you. He only has 1 hit point, so you might think, wow, he must be pretty easy. But the problem is, like, he has really strong magic and defense, so you're not going to be able to deal with him with spells. He has really good evasion, so you're probably not going to be able to hit him with your weapons. And even if you do hit him with your weapons, he has really, really high hit points and really high defense, so you're probably not going to be able to damage his, overcome his defense. But there's a way we're going to be able to take care of him in just a little bit. We just have to get an ability on Whiskers or any Beastmaster. So, just like I said, find a whole bunch of those nutkins. Crazy encounter rate here. But I guess it's okay because we have taught the control ability to Whiskers right here. What that does, it allows you to take control of a monster. And as long as you don't hit the monster with a physical attack, the monster will remain under your control. And then when your counters, whoever controls that monster's turns up again, they get to use that monster like for an attack. So I'll show you how it is. We can climb out the cave there, but that just takes us to a dead end, so nothing important there. And 2 encounters in like 4 or 5 steps. And here we do have the Skull Eater. Now that we have the control spell or control ability, we can take care of him. So here we go. We control the monster, and now he turns around. That means he's under our control. And we can take care of him. Now, one of the good things about this monster, just use his spell history, his incisor ability. That'll finish him off in 1 hit. He ate himself. You get 5 ability points, which is pretty good, for this, point in the game. They tend to run away a lot. They're kind of like metal slimes, I guess, in Dragon Warrior. So, what you can, so even if you like run into them, they'll most likely run away. They'll hit you once and then run away. So you can get some good ability points through them. Then we just got the Blitz Whip. That is a treasure that will not be there if you let out the Lone Wolf back in Walse Castle dungeon. If you let him out there, that whip will be gone, and there'll be like a little note card there. I'll show that off here at the end of the video. So I have backup saves so I can show off little splits in things here. And now we've looted this cavern, so we just have to head on back out. And then we can do a little walk to Jachol. And, no, wrong button. We want to press this button up here next to the door. And that opens us up and we can escape. And head down to, Jachol. Down here. Run into some more bio soldiers. And here's our little village. Here we go. Let's talk with some people here. Welcome to Jachol. We who live in this village are descendants from the ancient Ronkins. Hey, sounds like a pretty deal, don't it? I guess. I'm proud of your heritage, I guess. Okay. Head on into the inn. And nothing in that pot. There's no real treasure in this area here. Nope. So, what's this lady say? They say you can hear the weird sounds coming from the ground on Crescent Island. Freaky. Everything seemed to point to Crescent Island. So we're going to have to go there. That's obviously going to be our next stop. The shops here sell weapons and armor that were excavated from the caves to the north. Oh, so that's why all those empty treasure chests were there. My grandpa was an adventurer. He told me there was something underneath Crescent Island. My pa's an adventurer. He's off adventuring right now. Ever been to History Falls? They're huge and supposed to be breathtaking. Man, I want to go. We'll go there much, much later in the game. The caves up north are full of traps left by the ancients. Watch your step. The pub's always full of adventurers trying to find treasure in the northern cave. You kids and your foolhardy sense of adventure. Pfft. Wait patiently on the road with the skull switches, and the truth will be revealed. Yeah, that's that one where there's a whole bunch of switches. We waited, and then that one finally appeared, and that tells you which one to hit. It's random, so it won't be the same one that I touch necessarily. And this guy just tells us about treasure, and the guy before that told us about we can climb that wall. So now I'll give you some hints to kind of go through those traps up there in the Jachol Cave if you were getting stuck on them, but they're pretty easy. And now we get to dance with this lady. Yay! But more importantly, after we dance, we'll be able to play that piano. Yep, the 4th piano. This town finally has a pub unlike Karnak, so once again, another piano to play. So let's practice our piano skills. Unfortunately, minions, in real life, you can't just sit at a piano, 8 times and master it. It's going to take a lot of work to master the piano. So, yep. Yeah, who'd have thought? Video games not realistic? I know, it's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Hey, our piano skills have leveled up. Woohoo! Now we can just head down these stairs, and that takes us to the item shop where we were at a little bit earlier. Well, we saw it a little bit earlier, but we don't really want to buy anything here. Most of our items are full. If anything, we might need some Phoenix Downs, but I'm going to save my gold because I want to buy a few things here, and then I want to return to this town later on. 500 years ago, our ancestors had a great civilization. What if it's made because of the Earth Crystal? The ancient ruins, ain't no one allowed to go in there. Yeah, I scrolled it too fast. No good magic here for our party. Most of it is all white magic. We don't need white magic because we can't use the white wizard class. We're stuck with the black wizard and the time mage. So, now we're just going to go on this little water slide here. Whee! And then we just slide in the pool and then come back out, so. Alright, we do want to go to the weapons store and the armor store. Not so much the weapons store. Way east of here, there's an island called Crescent Island. Ever heard of it? It really shaped like a crescent. How cool. We want to buy some of those Mage Mashers. They can put enemies, they can silence enemies. So, probably just gonna get rid of a bunch of our potions here. Some of these turtle shells. They will come in handy later on when we're a chemist, but we're not really worried about them right now, so might as well just get rid of the stuff. We'll end up buying 4 Mage Mashers. We probably won't need all of them, but there's some really tough enemies and bosses later in the game that just basically focus on magic, so having the Mage Masher to potentially silence them is really good. Now, normally you could use the white magic spell Mute to silence enemies, but hey, we can't use that white magic spell because of the restrictions that were put on this 4-party Fiesta. So we're going to have to find different ways to deal with those type of enemies. And how are we going to deal with them? Well, we're just going to deal with them by using the Mage Masher and hoping that when it hits, it procures the mute status. So, sell off a bunch of our equipment there, and that'll allow us to buy 2 Sage's robes. We'll put them on our Black Mages, and then once we sell their Silk robes, then we can buy our 3rd Sage's robe for Lena, our Time Mage. This gives a slight minor boost, but hey, every little boost helps. You know, we don't necessarily have to worry too much about money, because a lot of equipment we can't buy based on just the restrictions that we have in our classes. So, you know, if we had access to every class, we'd have to be buying a whole bunch of stuff, like, you know, different type of swords for knights or ninjas. But we don't have to worry about that. Our equipment draw is very limited. And the good thing is the Black Mage and the Time Mage share a lot of the same equipment draw. So, you know, we can swap in and out for them. So, and now we're going to head back to our boat. And that's where we'll end the episode. We know where we have to go. We have to head to the east to the Crescent Island. Star Tropics, anyone? Nah. But here's the new monster with a bomb. Yeah, they're the bomb. As you can see, we have the Blitz whip there. It's lightning elemental. So sometimes it can cast lightning 1 when it hits. So that's pretty good. It'll help with whiskers. Unlike the bombs in Final Fantasy II, these guys do not have any weaknesses. So just hit them with whatever level 2 elemental spell you want to hit them with. And they will fall down and we'll be good to go. So next time, minions, we're going to head back. We're going to head to our ship, and we're going to take off to the east to find the Crescent Island. And that's what we'll do next time. But first, I'm going to cut here to show you what happens if you let Lone Wolf out of his cell. And here we are. We open up this chest, and it's empty. There's a card inside. Lone Wolf the pickpocket was here. So yeah, don't let Lone Wolf out. Bye, minions!